Is brought to you by Banner Bank. Better ideas, better banking. By Quest. Quest is becoming CenturyLink. CenturyLink, your link begins here. Find out more at CenturyLink.com/link. And by the Emerald Queen Casino, where there's a world of dining opportunities from gourmet Asian cuisine to the legendary seafood buffet. Absolutely stunning day at the Ballard Locks. The water's got to get out of San Bay, got to go somewhere. Hi, friends. Angie Manting here. Welcome back to Safeco Field. Today, the Angels kick off a season-long 12-game road trip. It hasn't mattered if they are at home or away. They have scuffled in the month of June. They haven't hit a home run in 6 games. To break that down, it's been 60 innings. This month, they've been out-homered 12-1. It's not that their power numbers are down. As a team, they're hitting just .232, so their average down as well. The starters with an ERA of 4.5. It's a big slide. They had been strong. Team ERA is still 3rd in the American League. Offense of any kind, that's been the problem. They have already been shut out 9 times this season. That equals their total from 2010 for the entire year. We are getting you set for Game 1 between the Mariners and the Angels. We'll also keep track of scores around baseball. All right, first pitch is right around the corner. Jason Vargas is just about set to climb the bump. We've got it for you next here on Root Sports.
Myrtle Edwards Park in Seattle, one of the finest urban walking areas in the country. And from there, you can see Safeco Field south of this location, up near the old PI building. We're down here at Safeco Field tonight. The Mariners are back home after a 3-4 road trip, and they open up against the Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim. And the Mariners trying to win a home series, season series, against these Angels for the first time since 2003. Nick Sims, Mike Flowers, and the Root Sports crew on hand. Jason Vargas pitches tonight for the Mariners, and let's take a look at the lineup he'll face from Mike Scioscia's Angels.
Thank you, Dave. And for the Angels, leading things off, it'll be Izturis. Abreu hitting third. Vernon Wells trying to find a way to get things going. The free agent for the Angels hitting just 189 so far. Howie Kendrick having a nice year at 306. And then you have Mark Trumbo. He provides the power for the Angels. 11 home runs on the year for him. And you have to keep Peter Burgess off the bases. He can really go. Jason Vargas pitched well as of late. take a look at his season numbers. ERA under 4 now, 82 in the third innings for him, 52 strikeouts and 24 walks. And the defense behind him. Figueroa out in left. Gutierrez in center. Ichiro is in right. And in the infield is Figgins and Ryan on the left side of the infield. Kennedy and Smoke on the right side. And Miguel Olivo will do the catching tonight.
So Jason Vargas coming off a no decision. He pitched a whale of a ball game last week in Chicago. Left with a 4-2 lead. And Jamie Wright came in and gave up a 2-run homer. Jason not involved in the decision. First pitch to his tourist in there for a strike. Chad Fairchild, home plate umpire tonight. Popped up. Long run for center fielder Gutierrez, and Ryan, wow, makes the catch. 1 out.
Oh, we have a little bit of a breeze tonight. Guys all converge on it about the same time. Brendan Ryan calls everybody off and does a nice job of staying with it. He ends up making the play.
62 degrees, wind south at 5 miles per hour. Joe West is the umpire at first, Angel Hernandez at second, and Angel Campos, he's at third. Here's Torrey Hunter. Mike Scioscia's moved him up to the 2-hole. He's hit into 18 double plays, most in the American League, and well off his career norms, close to 290s at 232 rating. Showed you Torrey in the pregame show last time the Angels were here, 19th of May. Lost the ball in the sun, and the Mariners got away with a 2-game sweep. Two and 1 to Torrey. Waiting for their big three to get going. Hunter, Abreu, and Wells. Strike 2 and 2. Vargas has had a lot of success against Torrey Hunter. Torrey just 3 for 17 against him. 2 balls, 2 strikes. I mentioned Vargas coming up that great 7 and a third inning performance at Chicago last week. 7 hits, 3 runs, all earned. 1 walk, 4 Ks. Coming on the heels of that shutout he threw against Tampa Bay. And Torrey Hunter, he's a warrior. The walk. Here comes Bobby Abreu. Bobby, veteran hitter. Venezuelan born. His Angels 5th in stolen bases, so would not be a shock to see them, given their offensive struggles, Mike, to see them trying to get something going in that regard.
Well, I think knowing Mike Scioscia, they like to run the bases and they'll try to manufacture some runs. Torrey Hunter certainly capable.
Ball 1 to Bobby Abreu. Torrey 2 out of 3 base stealing. This guy right here, Bobby Abreu, is 10 out of 12.
He's always had surprising speed. You'll see him hit some ground balls to the left side of the infield, and he'll make it close at first. Abreu so far this year hitting for a nice average of 291, but only 2 home runs for him.
7-year-old Bobby Abreu looking at a strike. 1-1. 1 homer the last 11 games. Trumbo hit that for the Angels, and no home runs in the last 6. Good numbers for Bobby Abreu.
Yeah, nice career.
Houston, Philly, and the Yankees, and these Angels. 1-1. Abreu 5 for 18 against Vargas. Vargas has had a slew of no decisions, 6 of them. 2-1. Hit hard, base hit, right field. Torrey Hunter will hold up at second. Two on, 1 out, and brings up Vernon Wells.
I think Abreu, he's tough to throw a changeup too, and that's exactly what he gets. He likes to let the ball travel, get deep into the hitting area. So he's typically on the off speed pitches. Hits this ball hard through the right side.
Brings up Vernon Wells. Vernon, a big contract signee, coming over after signing a big contract in Toronto. Came over for Mike Napoli and Juan Rivera. Napoli then moved on to Texas. Vernon, a career 280 hitter, hitting 189.
This is his 160th at bat. He only has 13 RBIs. He's really struggling.
Vargas has him 0-2. He's had his share of big home run years. 31 and 88 RBIs last year. Career best 33 and 117 back in 03. The 0-2. Wells' dad is a fabulous sports artist. We see him down in Texas. Vargas 0-2. Torrey Hunter at second. Robbie Abreu's at first. It's the 8th start, 9th game that Vargas has performed against these Angels. 0-2. Swing and a miss, and he gets Vernon Wells. Strikeout number 1, a big second out here in the first inning.
After a couple of fastballs, Jason comes back with a good changeup down in the zone. This one at 82 miles an hour. Wells swings right over the top of it. Nice pitch from Vargas.
Tough hitter here in Howie Kendrick. Had a good series against the Mariners back in May. Went 4 for 7 with a home run. Angels just have not been scoring runs. 9 times they've been shut out, most in the American League. They strike out a whole bunch. They're coming off a 2-7 homestand. Off-speed pitch hit into left field. Here comes Peguero. Hunter getting a big wave, and the throw to the plate is not in time. 1-0 Angels. RBI Howie Kendrick, his 22nd.
Take a look at this last pitch. We talked about Kendrick hitting over 300 coming into the game. One of the few Angels actually having a nice year. And Peguero has a strong throwing arm. This one's a little bit late as he was playing deep in left field. See Brendan Ryan trying to keep it on the infield to keep that run from scoring, but it's just out of his reach.
One 1-0. A 2-out RBI single by Kendrick that brings up Eric Ibar. You usually see Ibar batting first or ninth. He's batting in the 6th spot. Here's Ryan charging. Throws over and gets Ibar for the 3rd out. Angels strike first. A run, 2 hits, and leave a couple. And the Mariners coming up. Good look at the left field fence on Royal Brome. Outside Safeco Field. Come on in. Mariners down 1-0. Mariners about to get going against Dan Herron, who's been a tough hombre for them. Let's take a look at the Mariner lineup.
And for the Mariners, Ichiro leading things off. Then it's Ryan and Smoke. Kennedy will hit cleanup tonight. Olivo with 10 home runs on the year. Finished up things nicely yesterday with a couple of home runs. Figueroa, Gutierrez, Carp. The DH will hit 8th, and then Figgins hits 9th. Numbers for Dan Herron. Nice ERA, 2.41. He's a tough one. 93 in the third innings. 80 strikeouts to just 15 walks.
Franco and Ichiro. Ichiro, a 255 hitter against Herron. And on this season right now, as we begin as part of the Mariner home first, 258 on the season. 0-2, Ichiro. Chance to hit a night off on Friday and then came back with 2 hits Saturday and Sunday. 255 game starting streak dating back to September 09. Edge, Robbie Thompson. Ball club a game and a half behind Idle, Texas. Texas will be in New York to play the Yankees the next 3 days. Ichiro strokes one right back up the middle. Base hit. Good start to the Mariner home first. Ichiro 2 for 5 in his last game. Good start here.
And he gets a fastball middle away. Hits it hard back up the middle. I would suspect with Herron on the mound, Ichiro getting things started off with a solid base hit. Mariners probably put the game in motion quickly. Here's the defense. Wells in left, Borges out in center field, and Hunter in right. Is Turris and Ibar on the left side of the infield. Hendrick at second base. Rumbo will be the first baseman, and Jeff Mathis will do the catching tonight.
Time called. And then Ryan standing in. Ryan coming off a 7 for 24 road trip. Jeff Mathis going out to speak with Herron. Herron's a big guy, 6'5", 215. From Monterey Park, California. Lives in Scottsdale, Arizona now. Originally with the Cardinals. 03-04, then Oakland from 05 to 07, Arizona through parts of last year, and then came over to the Angels. Good pitch. All-American at Pepperdine University.
You saw his numbers, 80 strikeouts to just 15 walks, so he's a strike thrower. Mariner hitters can be a little more aggressive with him if they like. He will be around the plate.
Working from the extreme first base side of the rubber. Looks like he's barely contacted. He has been outstanding here in this building. Look at that ERA, 1.99, 7-4 overall, 2.44, 14, including 14 shutout innings and 2 starts last year against the Mariners. 2-0. Quality pitchers, 18 games over 500 for his career, and he's got 12 complete games. You can go a couple, 3 staffs without 12 complete games. 2-0. They get 3-0.
Take a look at the West. Mariners just a game and a half behind the Rangers. Rangers have the night off tonight. Angels 5 back, 5 games under 500, and the A's really struggling.
Ichiro takes off. Strike. Here's a throw down to second. Ichiro's in there safely. Stolen bases 15.
Over the years, we've seen Ichiro do this a lot on 3-0 counts. Typically, the pitchers on a 3-0 will not pay any attention to him. They just want to throw a strike as you see him slide in.
Ooh, that ankle. Boy. Ultramo really gives you a look. Nothing Angels. Ichiro in scoring position. 3-1 to Ryan. Takes the first strike. Full count. Always a lot of Ichiro fans here. Safeco Field. Payoff to Ryan. And he strikes out. Mathis applies the tag. How about Dan Herron? On the road in his last 10 starts. Well, that'll get it done. Strikeout to walk ratio is impressive as well. Good looking ERA. Here's Justin Smoke. 5 home runs, 7 games against Detroit this year. Tigers are glad he and Miguel Olivo have left town for good for 2011. Pretty comfortable in this 3-hole in the lineup for the Mariners. Throws back safely. Smoke is now his 31st game batting third after 28 games batting fifth. He's not batting cleanup this year. Seems to be a good spot for him.
Just like you.
Beer, pizza, Pepsi. Drive to left field and deep, carrying far, and it's caught by Wells. Vernon Wells tracks it down. 2 outs.
Justin has a lot of power hitting the ball the other way, and you can see why. He lets the pitch get deep. But he hit that right on the barrel. Ball ended up dying. Used to seeing that one go into the stands. A little bit of a breeze, but it looks like it's blowing out towards left as he catches it right in front of the fence. Now maybe the Mariners had some action on that swing.
2 outs. And a former Angel, Adam Kennedy. Part of their 0-2 championship. A dependable hitter for the Mariners, leading them and hitting at .282. .101 from Dan Herron at 91 miles an hour.
On the top of the first inning, the Angels were able to come up with a 2-out base hit to drive in a run. See if Adam can help the Mariners out and return the favor.
Two and one from Herron. Herron lost his last start June 7th against Tampa Bay, 4-1. Left with the score 3-1 Rays. He went 7 innings. He gave up 8 hits, 3 runs all earned. 2-1 pitch.
Adam had a good pitch to hit right there. It was a hanging slider middle away, but it was up in the zone. Fouled it back.
Kennedy got yesterday off. Jack Wilson played at second. Adam last played on Saturday. He went 0 for 4. 6 for 22. 2 home runs against Herron. Fouls that one, knocks Mathis's mask off his hit there for a strike. Foul ball, 2-2. Takes this one flush on. Likes it right off. Thank goodness Johnny Bench started that whole thing wearing the helmets. 2-2. There's a base hit. That'll tie it up. Ichiro comes around and scores easily as Adam Kennedy. He'll cruise into second with an RBI double with 2 outs in a 1-1 ball game. Kennedy's 20th RBI. And AK coming up with his 12th double.
Well, hoping the Mariners could return the trick with a 2-out RBI, and that's what Adam Kennedy gives them. David mentioned, been the most consistent hitter for the Mariners. This is a solid base hit into right field. We'll pick up Vichero and get the Mariners on the scoreboard. That's the foul ball before they hit the catcher right in the face. There's the base hit.
Here's Miguel Olivo. Day to remember yesterday. 2 for 4, 2 runs scored, 3 runs batted in. Solo home run in the 5th and a 2-run shot in the 8th. How about this? He's got 10 home runs on the season. That's more than the entire catching corps had all of last year.
Coming into the game, he's hitting .241, but he's come up with some big hits for the Mariners. Dave mentioned the 10 home runs, 33 RBIs for Miguel.
Got 6 homers and 14 runs batted in here in June. Today's just the 13th. If this was hockey and you had to give out a C for the captaincy, would you give it to Olivo?
I think I'd have to. Wouldn't you?
Absolutely.
He brings an intensity to the game on a daily basis. Finds a way to have a good time doing it.
Check. West says he's good. 2-2.
Mariners pitching staff second in the league in ERA. Catcher's ERA, he's number 1.
Two and two to Olivo. Swing and a miss. Tagged by Mathis, inning over, but a good inning for the Mariners as they get a 2-out double from Adam Kennedy scoring Ichiro. Ties the score at 1-1. RBI in the first, and they love some Justin Smoke. Give out some rally fries a little bit later. 1-1 ball game starting the second inning. A lot of work going into that one, into all of them.
A lot of birthdays on that one.
Middle school teachers, we applaud you teachers. They don't pay you enough.
I wonder if he's on vacation. Yeah, they're about due, aren't they?
I don't think. Today's 13. Coming up. Not done. It's up in right field. I tagged what? Cal. Mark Trumbo. He's got the only home run for the Angels over their last 11 plus games. Young man with a lot of pop. Leads a team with 11 home runs. Good to see Russell Brandon picked up by the Angels a few years ago. A few weeks ago. Biggest fan. A lot of work into that one as well. 2-1 pitch. 2-2 to Mark Trumbo. Major League rookies with 11 homers and 99 total bases. 2-2. Swing and a miss and caught by Olivo. Strikeout for Vargas, his second. One down here in the second inning.
Just elevates a fastball and throws it by Trumbo. Pitch on the outside corner. Can't catch up to it.
There's Peter Borges. Watch out for this guy. 8 bunt singles. And he leads the American League with 8 triples. Make that 6 triples. Kid can fly. But midway through last year, he took over in center field and they moved Torrey Hunter to right. Off speed pitch. 1-1. One pitch. The Mariners coming off a 3-4 road trip. Eric Wedge was not happy after game number 2 in Chicago. Mariners got the 3rd game, and since then he could feel a little bit more edge to this ball club, a little more spark. That series in Detroit, they get 2-2 there, way outside. 2-2. Mariners are 6-6 the month of June.
Jason looked like he tried to flip a breaking ball up there at 70 miles an hour. Slipped out of his hand.
Swing and a miss. How about Vargas? Back-to-back strikeouts. All 3 of his Ks tonight have been swinging too. 2 down here in the second inning. This Saturday, Mariners host the Phillies. And you can become a Crown member of Mariners Royalty on King Felix Knit Cap Night. King Felix scheduled to take the mound. The first 20,000 Mariners, kings, queens, princes, and princesses take home a Felix Hernandez beanie complete with a crown. Get your tickets by going to mariners.com/tickets. Nice groove here by Vargas as he first pitch strikes Jeff Mathis, the catcher. And a miss. Vargas a strike away from posting a 0 after the Mariners tied it up. Two. Another breaking ball misses. 1-2. Love the way this kid competes. Jason Vargas. People around the country that are familiar with Felix and Pineda. Clearly the Mariners are getting a lot of other quality pitching. Vargas, Pfister, and Bedard. Down to Figgins. Oh, he boots it. Eighth error of the season for Figgins.
Ball not hit firmly at all. Looks like a routine ground ball, and he just lifts his glove a little bit too early, and he hits it right in the foot. You see him trying to come through that, and just picked the gate up a little bit early.
Here's his Torres as we get back to the top of the order. Vargas out to close it down after they get an extra out here. It's behind 2-0.
So far, he looks like he's a lot more comfortable pitching out of the windup than the stretch so far.
Vargas' last 4 games against these Angels, he's 1-2 with a 1.57 ERA. Trying to pick up Figgins here after that error. There's a strike. 3-1. Tours at third base of Callejo. He's out for a while. They've not DL'd him. He's a regular at third. 3-1 pitch. Broken bat looper left field. And Peguero puts it away, and Vargas picks up his third baseman, Sean Figgins, after that E5. Nothing across here for the Angels in the second inning in this 1-1 ball game. Locomotives. I got an uncle who could just sit and watch these babies move up and down the tracks. Good stuff. Railroad's a big part of American culture and commerce. Here's Carlos Peguero batting in the 6 hole again. I asked Eric Wedge, I said, got the young kid in the 6 hole. He said, some of it's out of necessity, part of it's because I like him there. Gives you a chance every time he goes up there. For Carlos, this is his 6th game, batting 6th. 12 times he's been batting in the 7 hole. It's hit hard, blows it by Trumbo. Peguero can motor. He'll hold up at second. He does hit the ball hard. 2-base hit. Carlos Peguero. His 3rd double.
Well, this is one of the reasons why you like to hit him in the middle of the lineup. Pitch down, and he hits it as hard as you can hit it down towards first. Young man always turns it loose, and he just needs to walk into one of them for you, and he can get you a couple of runs. And this one, he hits it right by Trumbo at first.
And I can understand why he olayed that one.
I don't think he had time to get in front of it.
Here's Gutierrez. Yeah, down the road, you'd like to start talking about this guy, Carlos Peguero, big left-hand hitter in that same company of Stargell and McCovey. I know that's a reach, but at the same time, you can hope, because he is that kind of talent and that kind of strength. Gets through. Peguero will advance. A wild pitch charged to Dan Herron.
When you get into these situations, Peguero hits the double by the first baseman. They come right back and throw one to the backstop. This goes through the wickets of Mathis. You can see Franklin Gutierrez helping Peguero out. Sometimes you can't pick it up right away, so Franklin lets him know that it's gone by. Let's give him a hand signal to go ahead. Now you have a runner at third now with nobody out. You have to pick these runs up.
2-1 to Goody.
We talked about it with the Angels. They're a club that has struggled scoring runs, and you have a quality pitcher on the mound, and you get a chance for a free one. You need to get it.
Mike Scioscia, Mike Butcher. Two and one to Gutierrez. Fouls it off. 31 for 9 career against Herron. Two and two. Six hits on a road trip. Ragudi 6 for 23. 1 0 for 3 yesterday. Garrow at third. Lead run. And that'll get it done. And he can't scoop it. Gutierrez is aboard. As Peguero scores easily. 2-1 Mariners. So Ibar can't make the play. Infield hit for Gutierrez. RBI for Franklin. His sixth. 2-1 Mariners.
Ibar having the range far over to his right. You can see him on the grass in the outfield. Throw just skips off the grass and a bit longer hop. First baseman Trumbo can't come up with it.
Here's Mike Carp. DHing tonight. He's batting eighth. Carp with some undeniable numbers down at Tacoma. Had to bring him up the way he was swinging. Really doing a great job. 348, 19 homers, 58 RBIs.
Well, he's just 2 for 8 so far since he's been recalled, but he's had some quality at bats. The ball hard a number of times.
Cloud formation moving in over Safeco Field. Pitch to Carp. Throw down to first. Gutierrez back safely. He's 1 for 3 in base stealing. He's coming off the disabled list. Not just one of the better defensive catchers around. One. Broken bat. This will be 2 here as Ibar stepped and thrown. They get the double play. So the double play. 2 outs here in the second. Mariners lead 2-1. I like that. You beat cancer. Congratulations.
Absolutely.
No question. I like those kind of victories. Hope he had a good time driving over. I love rally fries.
Winning is good.
Sure
I'll
is.
go for that.
Here's Figgins batting against his old team. He had 189. 4 for 18 on the road trip. Figgins against Dan Herron. He's 9 for 33. 273 batting average. Right now, Figgy would kill to be having a 273 overall batting average. 2-1. Batting 200 left-handed. 31 for 155, 164 right-handed. Take strike 2. Two at 2, 2 outs, nobody on. Pitch to Figgins. Popped it up. Mathis has to play. And that'll do it for the Mariners. Good news. Peguero leadoff double. They scored. Mariners lead it 2-1. Budweiser will donate $100 to Folds of Honor for every home run hit in Major League Baseball. Visit Facebook.com/Budweiser to see how you can help support our nation's heroes. Mariners with a 2-1 lead over the Angels. Dave Sims, Mike Flowers, and the Root Sports crew here. Good to be back in Seattle, although the clouds a little ominous right now. It's Torrey Hunter. It's one foul, strike one.
We're okay, Dave. If we have any issues, we have a roof here. We're okay.
Oh, absolutely. But I was digging the beauty all day. I was here early today. Safeco Field, it was glorious this afternoon. The sun out. Did some work on MLB Network. The whole country got a chance to see the great sunshine in this beautiful ballpark. 1-2. Hunter walked and scored in the first inning. Two and two. Hunter, Abreu, and Wells, 2-3-4, coming up against Vargas. Third base coach Dino Adell. This is the Angels' second trip to Seattle. Mariners will go to Anaheim for the first time July 7 through 10. Popped up right field for Ichiro. One down here in the third. Time now for AT&T trivia question. When was the last time an MLB team forfeited a regular season game? 74, 77, 79, or 95? ABCD. Text to 95323. Last time an baseball team, Major League Baseball team, forfeited a regular season game, I'm going to say 77, Chicago Disco Night. No, 79. Disco Night.
I'm in.
Charlie. You want to go with C?
Can't believe that didn't go off better for him. I mean, really?
You youngsters out there, Google the video. It's a piece of work. Actually, it may not even be posted anymore. 0-2 to Abreu. Well struck, right field. Ichiro has a beat on it. 2 down.
Vargas seems to be settling in. Give up the run in the first.
I like what you said about him not pitching in the stretch.
Yeah. He seems more comfortable in the windup. He's topped out at 89 miles an hour, 70 mile an hour breaking ball. He'll throw a slow curve ball up there from time to time.
Vernon Wells struck out an 0-2 pitch.
I'll go out on a limb and say if he pitches out of the windup the rest of the night, he's going to be okay.
He's got Wells 1-1.
It's only the second at bat I've seen of Vernon, but typical of most hitters that are struggling at times are in between. He looks like he's a little late on the fastball and chasing some pitches out of the zone.
A little bucket action front foot.
Yeah, you know, it's a pretty typical problem when you're struggling.
1-1. Boy, he hits this one a long way.
Yeah, he does.
Deep left field. Peguero going back. It is gone. 2-2 ball game.
And it looked like Oliva wanted him to bounce that pitch. It's a breaking ball. Instead, he leaves it up and right in the middle of the plate. Just the 5th home run of the year and the 14th RBI for Vernon Wells.
Well, you say it every time Vargas and Fister pitch. You better stay down in the zone.
Yeah, and I think that's where Oliva, he wanted to bounce this pitch, and you could see him moving in. He wanted it down and in the dirt. See if he could get Wells to swing over the top of it. Instead, it's just center cut right above the belt when he hits it into the back of the Angels bullpen.
Full barrel effect. And JR, you had it all the way, big fella. But there's some income. 398 feet on a 1-1 count. Howie Kendrick, RBI single in the first. This one well struck. Deep center field. Gudique glove it. That's off the fence on the fly. And in the second with a double is Howie Kendrick. That ball gets smoked.
And again, it's another pitch. This is an 87-mile-an-hour fastball. Center cut and up in the zone. Miguel Olivo having to walk out to the mound. I'm sure he's going to talk to Jason, see if he can get the ball back down. But this pitch again above the belt, middle of the plate. Kendrick gives this a ride. That's a long ways out to center field. He hits it about 3/4 of the way up the fence.
All this coming with 2 outs. You don't see balls hit that well during BP sometimes. 2 outs. A run in. Eric Ibar's the hitter. Vargas needs to shut the door right here. Strike one. Two now.
That's a better changeup. That changeup down at the bottom of the strike zone, still in the middle of the plate. But at least it was down.
0-2 pitch. Strike 3 call. Strike out number 4 for Vargas. But some damage done with 2 outs again here in the third. A home run by Wells. Kendrick with a rocketing double. It's 2-2. Angels and Mariners. First of 3 with the Angels. 2-2 ball game. Bottom of the third. Here's Ichiro. Fooled on that swing. Base hit. Stolen base. Run scored in the first inning.
Ichiro looked like he was geared up for the fastball and ended up getting a slider.
Now you've had a chance to watch Ichiro a lot of years now. Eric Wedge, we talked to him before the game, said he's a tough one to critique. You know, he's his own coach. He says that. So does Chris Chambliss. What are you seeing in that bad run that he's had?
I think I have to agree with him. You know, the one thing about him that he's always done well, and I think even through this bad run, as you can see him hack that pitch, another pitch inside, because he always has his head on the ball. He has some moving parts. He drifts forward with his body. You can see him kind of moving forward, but his head is always right there. You can see it. He's just having a tough time getting the barrel to it. I haven't seen him get jammed as much or swing as much and miss as he did right there.
Wow, we've seen a lot of strikeouts. Let's check in Angie Menting.
All right, guys, thank you very much. I'm here helping David fill out his all-star ballot. Ichiro, get it again. All right, meantime, Manny Acta and the Indians trying to avoid being swept by the New York Yankees. And in the fourth inning of this one, the man on third as Drupal Cabrera knocks a chopper through the left side, scoring Michael Brantley, and that turns out to be the only run scored in the game. Indians take it 1-0, Dave.
Salvage a game in that series. Yankees beat up on them first 3 games. Thank you, Andrew.
Yeah, we had 2 managers going at it in one of those games. Joe Girardi not happy.
What was that Friday night? I think it was. Yeah, it was a wraparound series. 0-2 to Ryan. Because they had just come out of the Boston series. They had about 4 or 5 guys hit. So then Cleveland comes in, drills a couple of guys, and they didn't want to know about it. Up the middle. Might he beat it out? He's got a chance. He does. Infield hit for Ryan. Howie Kendrick couldn't get to that slow roller in time. Base hit Ryan. 1 out here in the third.
Take a look at Howie Kendrick trying to get it right over by the bag at second base. Nice pickup, but Brendan Ryan runs well. That's a tough play. Like Herring was he thought about at least putting his bare hand up there to catch it, and
discretion.
Yeah, decided better of it, and he's probably better off for doing that. Ends up giving up an infield hit to Brendan. Justin Smoak, his first time up, man, he hit a ball hard out to left field. I thought he had a chance to hit it in the seats, or at least into the bullpen.
Pops this one up. Shortstop Ibar going back, giving way to the left fielder Vernon Wells, and he throws back to first. Oh, baby! He just got back in time. Vernon Wells, nice play, as he came in at the play right in front of him, and he saw that Ryan was only going about 5 or 6 mph there. Nice dig there by
you could see, and Mike Brumley pointing to the bag, telling him to get back. That's the only reason why he picked it up those last 2 steps, because he was cruising back into first.
Catches a break. 2 outs. Adam Kennedy RBI double with 2 outs in the first. I was reading earlier today, there was a high school tournament, state of Connecticut, and a kid comes around and scores what he thinks is the winning run to give him the state. Missed it. The home team's crowd saw it, put the ball back in play, appeal, out, inning over.
He missed what, home plate?
Yep. They were in a big celebration. They thought it was going to be, imagine that.
Come on,
really? I read that today. That was my heart was breaking for that kid. Premature jocularity. Look out.
Heads up down there.
2-1 to Kennedy. 2 home runs career against Herring. Aaron and Jared Weaver, who goes tomorrow. 2 top flight pitchers. They're singing a similar song, and a couple of that, some of the staffers on the Mariners, Pfister and Vargas in particular, not a lot of run support.
Aaron came into this game with 2.41 ERA, and tomorrow Jared Weaver at 2.24. These first 2 games, Mariners offensively have their work cut out for them.
3-1. Runner goes, and the ball is sent to short, right center field for Borges. Final out. The Mariners get a man aboard. Can't score him. 3 in the books. 2-2 is the score. Schofield. Might be able to hook you up with some fries. That's not bad.
Now what?
Not bad at all. 2-2 ball game. Top of the fourth. Bottom third of the order coming up against Vargas, Trumbo, Borges, and Mathis. Angels on the season, 9th in batting, 11th in scoring, 11th in home runs, 3rd in ERA, just ahead of the Mariners, who are 2nd. Vargas struck out Trumbo on a 2-2 pitch. Lead off the second. This one sent to Gutierrez into the glide. The Goody glide, 1 out. Vargas has done thus far. Same expression on his grill every time he pitches. Say it again. I'm not a poker player anyway, but if I was, I would not want to be across the table.
Or when he's boarding the plane or walking through the lobby.
Right? It's the same deal, right?
It doesn't matter.
Great guy, too.
Yep, nice guy.
Olivo, 2 down. Or just one of the best bunters in the American League. AT&T trivia question. Last time an MLB team forfeited a regular season game. Crowd went with us at C. Charlie. Survey says D. Dodger Stadium. Let's see. Fans threw giveaway baseballs on the field after Raul Mondesi and Tommy Lasorda were ejected. Oh, we finished second because Disco Demolition Night. Yeah, that was, I remember that one. That was that old Comiskey.
I don't remember. The Dodgers.
And you played with Mondesi, didn't you, at some point?
I did. I played with Raul in '96. That was in '95. I played with Raul in '96. I'm trying to remember if I can.
Mathis gets into one, sends Goody back a few. And that'll do it. Nice inning by Vargas. See if they can get him some runs. Olivo, Figueroa, and Gutierrez coming up. Racing this ball game here tonight here in Seattle. They coming up on Sunday, this coming Sunday, Father's Day. Spend it with the Mariners and Phillies right here at Safeco Field after the game. That's after the game. 10,000 dads are going to take home a set of 4 Mariner baseball coasters as a gift from us on this special day. For tickets to Sunday's Mariners-Phillies game, go to mariners.com/tickets or any Mariners team store. Mr. Olivo leads off. Struck out on a 2-2 pitch, his first time up. Levo, Figueroa, and Gutierrez. Angels scored first, top of the first. Howie Kendrick, 2-out RBI single. Mariners answered, 2-out RBI double by Kennedy. 1-1. Swing and a miss. Mariners took a 2-1 lead in the second inning. Infield hit by Gutierrez scored Figueroa. The Angels tied it up with a home run. 2 outs in the third by Vernon Wells.
Aaron looks like he's starting to go to a slider a lot more. First couple innings had a tough time commanding his fastball, and now he's throwing a lot of sliders. It's a hard one, 86 miles an hour.
Back through the box, but Howie Kendrick right there. Throws out. Olivo. A few American pitchers with the hesitation in this one. I mean, you have to go back to newsreels. 40s and 50s to see hesitation stuff. Of course, Satchel Paige did that. Right? There's nobody else doing that right now.
I was just thinking, I can't remember anybody that would do that. You see that from left-handed pitchers sometimes when they're in the stretch, and they'll just kind of hang there to get a read from the runner at first base and then go to home, but not from a windup.
Wow, did that bat explode? Good grief. He hit Trumbo getting out of the way.
Well, there are pieces of wood all over the infield right now.
Man, incoming. Ultra mode, check it out. Carlos, you may want to talk to your representative.
Well, that's just deep in his kitchen right there.
Oh, man.
She works out pretty good. You got some kindling going on and a nice piece of log out there in right field you can throw on top. Pretty good.
Take my medium well, thank you very much.
Look how far he threw the barrel of that thing.
Honestly, Trumbo was heading towards second base.
He was fine. It was well over his head.
They wasn't taking chances. Man, oh man.
That was a great picture, seeing all that wood fly off.
0-2 pitch in the second, leading off the second. Figueroa dealt up to right, came around and scored. Fun watching him get that triple in Detroit the other day. 2-1. 2-2. You can hear the crowd go. Young man's got 2 triples. And 86 at bats entering tonight's game.
Quietly has 5 home runs.
2-2.
We talk about this a lot with left-handed hitters, but down and in is a danger zone to any left-hander. But for him, that's when he's breaking out a 1-iron. I know most people don't hit those anymore, but this guy does.
There's Trevino's line. Only guy can hit a 1-iron. Got in on him that time.
All right, good job fighting that pitch off. Take a look at the swing. This pitch is up. About Beltine ties him up, but he's able to fight it off.
About the home run the other day in Detroit.
I think it was down around his ankles. Caught it off the end of the bat and threw it about 340 feet for a homer.
Broken bat again.
I have to put an order in after the game.
Let's go up a grade.
See the guys, they have their gamers. They typically have pine tar all over them, and then you get the backup.
And they get the backup to the backup.
And then this one right here hasn't even seen batting practice yet. There's a lot of times they'll bring 3 or 4 bats out to batting practice and take some swings, but another one that is in on the label. Oof. They'll bring him out to batting practice to find the one they want. So they usually have 2 or 3 backups, but he's getting down to the ones right out of the box.
Struck him out. 2 down. 4th strikeout for Heron.
And this one, he just throws a fastball by him. And again, this one is up. I think we're going to see that more and more with Carlos pitchers trying to pitch him above the belt.
Guaranteed.
Well, it's a game of adjustments. We've talked about it. He'll have to make that adjustment also, either lay off of those pitches or find a way to get to him.
2 outs for Gutierrez. Strike one. Ibar slides over, throws out Goody. 1, 2, 3 go the Mariners. 5 in a row retired by Heron. 4 complete here at Safeco Field. 2-2. He's come to town. Top of the order at Myceris Torres, followed by Torrey Hunter and Bobby Abreu. It's Torres tonight. Popped to short, fly to left. Change up, hit down to Ryan. Well, it's Torres 0 for 3. Michael Pineda, he's scheduled to take the mound this Friday against the Phillies, and the Mariners will be wearing their green alternate jerseys. First 20,000 of you. You can go green with the team because you're going to receive your very own Ichiro replica green jersey. Get your tickets right now, mariners.com/tickets. Torrey Hunter walking a run scored and a fly to right. Pitch by Vargas, strike one. Torrey 3 for 18 against Jason. Vargas' last 2 outings very strong. Got a no decision against Chicago, shut out Tampa Bay back on 3rd of June. Couple of well-placed pitches, and he's ahead 1-2.
.67 pitches for Jason. 47 of them for strikes.
Vargas had his shortest outing of the season. He went 3 innings against the Yankees. He didn't have it that day. 5 hits, 6 runs, all earned. And he had 1 other, well, 2 others that were real stinkers. But other than that, it's been a good year for him. 6 no decisions. Popped up, infield, playable. Ryan will take it. 2 outs. Take a look at the Mariners calendar, brought to you by Sleep Country USA. 2 more with the Angels. Day out Thursday. Phillies in town. Monday travel to Washington, D.C. for a quick 1, 2, 3 games, and then Florida comes to town. Of course, that was the series that was supposed to be in Florida, but U2, they played their trump card. Probably a lot of commas and zeros in that number. And the Florida Ball Club will come here, play as the home team. Florida right now has lost a couple of games. They're 7 back of the Phillies, 3rd place in the National League East. Phillies up by 2 in Atlanta. There's a former Philly, Bobby Abreu, 1 for 2. Detroit beat Tampa Bay 2-1. Cleveland wins, so they remain tied. Top of the Central anyway. That race Central starting to look like a roller derby jam with Chicago coming on and Detroit and Cleveland currently tied. Kansas City sort of hanging out at 6.5.
I saw that the Tigers at Ordonez back tonight. They missed the series against the Mariners. Yeah, that was already a deep lineup and just ended up getting better.
That's not bad. Austin Jackson playing well. You got Bosch, Cabrera, Martinez, and you throw Mags in there. Not bad.
Well, Vila's having a nice year, their catcher.
They can move him up. They're batting him 8th. 2-2. 2 outs, nobody on. Full count. Vernon Wells on deck. He homered on a 1-1 pitch. 2 outs in the 3rd. Payoff. Down low. Vargas issues a walk, his 2nd. Check out tonight's high-speed pitch, brought to you by the good folks at Century Link. And Heron at 92 and Vargas at 89.
I thought the last pitch was a tough one to try to get Abreu on, one of the more patient hitters. He rarely chases pitches out of the strike zone.
Not going to see too many pitches up in the zone here. Wells, he pops this one up, and the Mariners will get out of it as Kennedy settles under it, makes the catch. That'll do it. No runs, no hits, no errors, and a man left. Home 5th coming up in this 2-2 tilt with the Angels. Mike Carp leads it off for the Mariners here in the bottom of the 5th inning. And he looks at strike 1. Mike hit into a double play his first time up. Herron's retired the last 5 men that he's faced. Last hit for the Mariners, an infield hit by Ryan, 1 out in the 3rd. Mariner RBIs, Kennedy and Gutierrez tonight. Kendrick and Wells for the Angels. Well struck, look out. Back into that one, good for him. Carp hit 171 at 13 games with the big club last year. Backs him off to play football. 13 games, 171 was his batting average. No homers, no RBIs. And 1 double. Long foul again.
See Herron with Figueroa and with Carp, both of them. Fastballs, cutters, and sliders in on their hands. Just trying to stay in close to him. Look at that. Take a look at the tracer. All those pitches in off the plate.
2-2. Strike 3 called.
Yeah, it's a good piece of pitching by Herron. Get you looking in there. Carp drilled a couple of balls foul and then paints the outside corner on him.
Strikeout number 5 for Dan Herron. Check out our Benner Bank building to the future. How about Blake Bevan down at Tacoma? He was acquired in the Cliff Lee trade. Yikes, 3-1, a 1.38 ERA, 20 Ks over 7 walks. Nice. Here's Sean Figgins. Popped out to the catcher. 2-2 pitch, his first time.
As Turris is up on the grass, Figgins showed bunt. He's going to bunt. Trumbo over at first base doesn't look like the most nimble first base. Maybe try taking one with you if you want to bunt. See if the young man can field. Certainly can swing it. No question about that. 11 home runs coming into the game.
Oh, 2 strikes. Well, Ichiro seems to have found it a little bit lately. Figgins trying to get on that same train. Right now he's behind 1-2.
And that's a great picture. You can see him out in front of an 84-mile-an-hour changeup. Going back in on his hands.
Check. 2-2. This kid can pitch. Biggie rides one, right field. That is one hop off the fence. Hunter will get it back in. That's one of the hardest balls Figgins has hit in a long time. A double for Sean Figgins. His 10th of the year. Comes with 1 out here in the 5th. And for Figgins, 5th that he's hit as a left-hand hitter.
This is a good pitch, too, from Herron. It ends up on the inside corner. Figgins just pulls his hands in tight and throws the barrel at it. Drilled that ball over Hunter's head out into right field.
Maybe that'll be the one that gets him going. 1 for 2 on the night. Here's Ichiro with a chance to give the Mariners the lead again. They were up 2-1. Angels tied it at 2-2 in the 3rd. Ichiro led off with a base hit to center, stole second, scored on the RBI double by Kennedy. Second time up, he struck out on a 1-2 pitch. Speed at second base. 1-1 to Ichiro. Bunt. It's a good one. Never get him. First and 3rd. Well done.
It's a perfect bunt. Moves the runner up to 3rd now with just 1 out.
That's the formula at work. Figgy on, Ichiro on. Somebody hit it and everybody runs.
Brendan Ryan had an infield hit his last time up, chopped it over the mound. A lot of his success lately has been up the middle the other way, and there's a nice hole over on the right side of the infield to shoot a ball through if he wants.
Good and timely bunt by Ichiro. Ryan 1 for 2. Six for 15 against Dan Haren. 1 to Ryan.
Cue that one off the end of the bat. He thinks he broke it. A lot of times he hit it out the end of the bat and then a splinter.
Probably didn't sound good, didn't feel good either.
Yeah.
He's going to stay with it. All right.
Never mind.
I'd like to hear him in his Robert De Niro impression explain his decision there. You missed it. What was that, a couple road trips ago? We had him do starting lineups, intro to the starting.
Texas. It was great.
Oh, it was phenomenal. It was in Minnesota, I think. It's the best Robert De Niro impression I've ever seen. 0-1. Did it for us down at the Salty Senorita in Peoria during spring training. But when he did, I was cracking up. He had me going when he did the intros. It was in San Diego. That's what it was. 0-1. Ball and strike to right. Mariners trying to make it 3-0 against the Angels. Beat them 3-0 and 2-1 here back in May, 18 and 19. Ichiro with that infield hit, his 16th. Two and 1. Ichiro the last 2 years has had 59 infield hits. Good way to get his numbers back up to speed. Chance here for Ryan. Three and 1.
And the good news, Haren's pitch count continues to climb. 86 pitches for him now.
2 runs, 7 hits, and an error for the Mariners. 2-4-0 for the Angels. Nothing doing there. Eric Wedge likes the spirit of this ball club. Asking for more leadership hit-wise from some of the veterans. Swing and a miss. Dandy pitch by Haren. Full count. They got Haren on the ropes. See if they can do something with it here.
I would imagine Ichiro will take off on the pitch. 1 out. Try to stay out of the double play if you can.
William Ryan straight away. In the outfield here for the Angels. Payoff pitch to Ryan. Ichiro goes. Pitch down the line. That is a foul ball. Third base umpire Angel Campos all over him.
Called it right away.
You watched a lot of westerns as a kid. Cheyenne.
They're great.
Sugarfoot, Lone Ranger, Gunsmoke. Have Gun Will Travel. Can't forget Paladin. Come on. 3-2 pitch to right center field. Hunter Has it tracked down. That's good enough to get the run in. 3-2 Mariners. Sac fly for Ryan. Picks up his 21st RBI. Mariners on top 3-2. Two down here in the 5th.
Nice battle for Brendan Ryan. Aaron threw him a lot of good pitches all over the place. He was moving the ball around on him, and he finally, the 6th pitch of that at bat, gets a pitch in the middle of the plate. Hits it hard out into the outfield. Nicely done.
Smoke. Ichiro at first. Run in, 2 outs. All one to Justin. Flat out deep to the warning track in left field his first time up, and then a normal pop fly to left field in the 3rd. Cut.
Yeah, that was a mistake. They were trying to get in on his hands. Pitch was up and in the middle of the plate. Justin had a good swing at it. Just missed it.
One pitch. Smoke sitting on here 2-1 against a good pitcher. Trying to do some damage here.
Well, this will be the 25th pitch of the inning. They'll probably try to stay in on his hands. They do.
3-1. There's Adam Kennedy. He's on deck. He's already driven in 1 run, the first run of the ball game back in the 1st inning. Former Angel. Big dog hunt here. 3-1. Runner goes. Strike. Throw down. Ichiro stolen base. His 2nd tonight. 16 on the season.
Makes this pitcher want to go away, but it ends up on the inside corner. Mathis with a strong throw, but Ichiro had a nice jump. Was able to beat it easily into 2nd.
Payoff to Smoke. Fouled it off. (16 out of 20). Ichiro. Good battle. Ichiro with 16 stolen bases, now 4th in the American League. Jacoby Ellsbury leading the AL with 24. Ichiro at 2nd, 2 outs. 3-2 to the pride of Goose Creek, South Carolina. Justin Smoke, the pitch. Popped it up. Mathis giving a look. No play.
All those pitches just trying to stay in on his hands. They wanted the big man to get extended. Already driven the ball out to the fence in left field, left center field.
Ninth pitch coming up. 3-2 to Smoke. Do it again.
Well, here you go. 98 pitches, 30 pitches in this inning. 23 back in the 1st. Mariners done a nice job showing some patience, fouling a lot of pitches off tonight, making Herron work hard.
Pitch number 10. Aaron's ready. 3-2. Strike him out. Mariners do take the lead on the sacrifice fly by Brendan Ryan. 3-2 Seattle. Top of the 6th inning against the Angels, first of 3, and together we can send your favorite Mariners to the 2011 All-Star Game in Phoenix, Arizona. Vote online up to 25 times at mariners.com/vote, and you could win 4 All-Star Club tickets and a jersey autographed by Felix Hernandez. Vote early, vote often, and vote now at mariners.com/vote. Howie Kendrick, the hitter, having a good night. He's 2 for 2 with an RBI, doubled off the center field wall his last time up. RBI single with 2 outs in the first. Lays down a bunt, it goes foul. Kendrick, Ibar, and Trumbo here in the 6th. Vargas been on a nice little roll here. He's not allowed more than 3 earned runs in 7 career games against these Angels. Close to 0 here now that he has the lead again. Right field to Ichiro. 1 out.
I'd like to see him get back in the dugout quickly. Aaron had to throw a lot of pitches in that last inning. Don't give him a chance to rest in the dugout. Get him right back out there again. See if the Mariners can tack on a few more.
Vargas is retired 8 of his last 9. That's a good thought. Here's Eric Ibar. Round out the short, struck out looking. Having a nice year. 292. The big guys at the Angel Ball Club that are struggling mightily. This strike tie bar 0-2.
Well, you're right. I mean, Wells has a home run in the game tonight, coming in 189 with just 4 home runs. Corey Hunter hitting 232.
About Vin Mazzaro shutting them out yesterday. Vin, as you know, about a month ago gave up. He took one for the team, back up the middle. Kennedy pulls smoke off the bag. E4 on the throw. Second error tonight by the Mariners.
Ibar runs well, and Adam fields it cleanly and just gets rid of it quickly. And when he does, throws a little bit wide of the bag at first. He was hoping that would tail back. It just doesn't have any tail to it. Nice play by Justin to keep it in the infield. Otherwise, it goes in the camera well, and Ibar standing at second base.
Figgins said a 2-out error in the 2nd inning. Mariners survived. They'll try to do it again here in the 6th. Here's Trumbo, strikeout, and a fly to center. Let's see if Vargas got a piece of this. That pitching hand went up there. Might have got a little bit of it.
I think it did, maybe.
Yeah. One-0 to Trumbo. Took something off of that one. 1-1. Keeping score.
Wow.
And very neat too. I like it. Well done.
Yeah, that scorecard doesn't look anything like mine, I can tell you that.
Trumbo 6'4", 220. He's out of Anaheim, California. Lives in Orange County. Yeah, lives in Orange, California. Played 8 games last year with the Angels. Called up from Salt Lake City. At Salt Lake City, a monster year. 301, 36 homers, 122 RBIs. Career best.
Say that earns you a shot.
Trumbo, the minor league player of the year in the Angels system last season. And a scholarship offered to Southern Cal. 18th round pick in the 04 draft. Turned pro instead. Two and two. Angels got a run in the first and one in the third. Kendrick RBI single with 2 outs in the first. A home run by Wells in the third. Came with 2 outs as well. 2-2. Ibar's back. Good base stealer. 14 out of 16. Vargas ready, 2-2. Straight back.
Yeah, he got away with that one. Pitch middle in. Belt high.
Mariners trying to pick up a half game on Texas. Texas idle tonight. They open up a 3-game set in New York tomorrow. Balls, 2 strikes. Swing. Got him. Big strikeout. Second time he's got Trumbo. That's strikeout number 5 for Vargas. 2 down here in the 6th. If you're tired of paying those high gas prices, relax and ride Sound Transit. Visit soundtransit.org for details. 2 outs, 1 on here in the 6th. Peter Borges tried to bunt his way on in the 4th. Biggins with a foot on the grass at third. Borges can really run. Mariners took the lead. Bottom of the 5th. Brendan Ryan sacrifice fly. Fouled into Olivo's glove. The other good news from that bottom of the 5th was Sean Figgins double to right. Came around the score.
Next pitch will be number 90.
A lot of fouls. It does seem like an extraordinary number of
on both
foul
sides.
balls. Yeah.
Both teams fouling off a lot of pitches.
So the crowd looking for a strikeout here. Borges 0-2 to Vargas. Vargas with 5 Ks, 2 walks. Vargas is a guy that usually is at a really good pace. He and Fister.
Jason, but he'll have a tendency to slow down when men get on base, and you have a tight game. It's 3-2. He has the lead. Fister always works at a fast pace. Aaron has actually surprised me a little bit tonight. He's been fairly deliberate too.
Because he's a guy, he's a get it thrown. 0-2. Strike 3 call. Got him. Another gutty inning by Jason Vargas. He's got 6 strikeouts through 6 and a 3-2 lead here at Safeco. Mariners as they open up a homestand, 3 with the Angels, 3 with the Phillies, and the Mariners lead 3-2. And here in the home 6th, Kennedy, Olivo, and Peguero 4, 5, and 6 against Dan Haren. Like Jason Vargas, Haren struck out half a dozen. Kennedy 1 for 2, 2-out RBI double in the first. Mariners' first run, tying it at 1-1. Two and 0. Kennedy, one of those real steady as she goes kind of players. Hey, Ken Griffey Jr.'s here. What's happening?
Kenny,
What's
good
going
to see
on,
you,
man? Hey, Wyatt, pull up a chair. I knew you'd be popping in at some point. No, I know right here. Hold on, we'll get you hooked up in a second. Here, I'll move over, Robbie. Give him that one. Give me yours. Oh man, there you go. Put that on. What's going on, my man? Good to see you.
Nothing. Hanging out.
Looking good, man. You got some sun. You've been out there. You've been teeing it up all the time, man.
No. I was in Portland for a charity golf tournament.
Ground ball taken by Kendrick. One down. Good to see you. How's life treating you as a roving ambassador / coach?
The first question I asked was, "I that bad?" And they were like, "Yeah." Not as far as just acting. Being 17, 18, 19, and 20. Right. Well, I just said, "Was I like that?" They were like,
"Pretty much."
Yeah. I was like, "Okay." So I was like, "Okay, I'm good." But it was fun. I mean, the kids are there. I mean, they're working hard. And it's just fun to watch them. Going back and forth, laughing, and they tell me a story of what happened, and I go, okay, this is what you might want to do next time.
Okay.
And somehow it ends up in a part of the game where it happens, and they do it, and they come by and go, thank you.
What stops have you? What teams have you seen? You've seen that A-level ball?
Yeah, I'm getting ready to. I'm gonna go to Clinton, and I'm gonna go to Arizona right after they get all the draft guys ready. And then from there, I'm going to come back here and see the Everett and
nice.
Tacoma.
What do you think of this ball club?
Well, they've been playing well.
Game and a half.
No, they've been playing well. That's the key. They've been real consistent the last couple weeks, and it shows. I mean, the pitching's been really good. Timely hitting, which at first was everybody questioned, but now guys are starting to get comfortable, and then you see them starting to swing the bat.
You're gonna make the wish come true. Danny Holtzen, the #1 pick. I've always been a fan of yours, so I look forward to hearing reports back on that young man, the pitcher from the University of Virginia.
Yeah, I was gonna go down there and take some swings against him, Stephen. But I'm gonna wait till after the World Series.
What do you think of this guy, Carlos Peguero?
Oh, he's swinging. A couple balls he hit. The one in Detroit a couple days ago.
Yeah.
When he hit it, I go, oh, that's got a good chance of going out. And then my wife goes, no, it doesn't. I go, and sure enough, he dropped out. I was like, see?
Yep.
He's a strong human.
Ball and 2 strikes. I mean, I'm hoping down the road, as we progress down the road, I mean, he could be to this franchise what Mr. Stargell was to Pittsburgh, Mr. McCovey, that kind of big, strong left-handed guy.
No doubt about it. And he's got a good eye. And sometimes when he gets in trouble, it's just not being patient. Other than that, he wants to go up there and swing instead of saying, all right, I'm going to take what they give me. And once he realizes how much strength he has and he shrinks that zone, he's going to be fine.
To your point right there. 1, 2, 3. Stick around for a little bit. Ken Griffey Jr. joining us here in the booth. Glad you're with us here for Mariner Baseball. Mariners lead at 3-2, end of 6. Mr. Mariner himself joining us, just coming up from Portland. I enjoy your commercials. You got anything new coming out?
Well, I shot one a while ago, and it's been out a couple times. It's mainly viral. It's called Fresh Shoes, and I'm in the kitchen with it's called Junior's Bodega, and I've got a hat on, an apron, and I'm cooking up soles of shoes. Stoudemire's in it, Deshaun Jackson, and Bosch, and it's more of like the old theme of Fat Albert.
Gotcha.
So it's a lot of cartoon and real life stuff. So it was a lot of fun.
Good stuff.
Well, let's get to it. Celebrity golf tournament. How'd you have them?
We were 21 under.
Wow.
Yeah. My team was really nice. So it was a lot of fun. I mean,
there's a line drive left field. Big Garrow's going to have to get to it. He does. It's off the bat of Jeff Mathis to catch it. And he slides in. Just got in there. Double. Jeff Mathis leading off the 7th inning. So his 6th two-bagger this season. Got it cleanly.
Yeah, nice play by Figueroa over there. I didn't think he was even going to be able to cut that ball off. He has a strong arm. He does a lot of things well, doesn't he?
Yeah. Yes. He's like I said, he's a strong human, arm-wise and hitting.
Yeah.
You know, it's just coming up here. You know, people put a whole lot of pressure on the difference between A ball, AA, and AAA. It's the same game, and they just have to remember that it's a lot of fun, and go out there and do what you can do, not worry about everything else.
Front laid down foul. I like what you said about it. It's a lot of fun, right?
Well, it is. I mean, I wouldn't have it any other way. You go before there was a shoe contract or any contract. You went out because you loved to play baseball.
Absolutely.
And sometimes people forget about, the love of the game when they get here. They put it as a business first.
David Culley warming up.
When you do these type of things, you lose sight of who you are. Instead of just saying, all right, I'm going to go out and have some fun. I'm going to work as hard as I can. And it is a business, and you have to treat it that way, but you also have to enjoy coming to the ballpark each and every day.
0-1 here to Torres as we get back to the top of the order. Nice backhand by Smoke for the out. Taking third is Mathis. What do you think of Smoke so far, Rick? I know you've been watching a lot.
Yeah, I mean he's been coming around. Everybody knew that he could hit the ball a long way. Just trying to cut down on the strikeouts because that was the biggest thing for him. Chris has been working with him, trying to shorten the swing because he is strong. He's going to hit the ball all over the place. So it's just a matter of him going there, shortening the swing, and taking what they give him. And that's what this game is about, taking what they give you. If it's outside, you take it that way. If it's inside, pull it. The guy on second, getting him over, getting them in, things like that. And you're going to win ball games doing it that way.
Torrey Hunter, ground ball, third. Figgins throw home. He dropped the ball. And getting back to touch up is Mathis. Tie ball game. So Mathis, he scores. So fielder's choice RBI for Torrey Hunter.
And it looks like Olivo does everything right. He gets the ball in plenty of time. He goes to drop a shin guard down and keep him from home plate. See Mathis sliding in. Yep, and it just came right out the end of the glove.
Didn't look like he had the ball firmly in his hand.
But it looked like it looked like he tried to wrap it up with his bare hand and squeeze it in there, but it just popped out.
Yeah, jeez, tough break. Fielder's choice RBI. Tie score. And Torrey Hunter at first. There's Abreu fouling one off.
Take another look at it. Looks like he has it secured, and it just pops out the top.
And it does look like he had the bare hand on. Let's see, catch.
Wrap it up.
Ooh, no, not in that one. It doesn't look like he had it wrapped up. It's a 3-3 ball game. Tough break. Abreu, center field for Gutierrez. 2 down.
I have to ask you, retired now. What do you got? About 5-6 woods in your bag now, or what are you doing? I know you got rid of the 1 iron.
No, I got rid of the 1. I got 3 woods now.
Okay.
Well, I should say,
you have a rescue club in there?
Well, hold on. That reminds me. I was playing golf with a guy a couple weeks ago, and he was telling his caddy to get the shack toe.
The shack toe?
Yeah. And I looked at him like, what? And he said, yeah, man, get my shack toe. And he pulls it down and he puts it on the ground. He says, don't it look like Shaq's toe? So so every time somebody pulls a rescue club out, I just start laughing. But no, I just have a rescue club.
Okay.
That's pretty good. A Shaq told
Yeah.
Get Shaq to market that.
Yeah, I told her I'm underqualified for coaching 7 and 8 year old baseball players.
You are?
Oh, yeah, I did that.
You bailed?
No, I didn't. I stayed in there for the whole year, but they started laughing. I got kids wanting to. They see it on TV. They
Right.
want to rob baseballs over the fence. So I was like, all right, what do you guys want to do? They said, we want to rob baseballs. So I was like, okay, let's throw them up there. They get to the fence and put their helmet and bend down like this. And I'm like, what are you doing? I don't want to get hit in the head. I said, but you want to catch the ball over the fence. Yeah, but you got to throw it over the fence.
My goodness.
All of them want to hit home runs. All of them have style points after they hit it.
Family doing all right?
Yeah.
Good.
Boy, Vernon gets into another one. He's already got one home run, and you can put another one in his column tonight. 2-run shot here. And the Angels, they jump out now to a 5-3 lead. Vernon Wells getting well in a hurry here. Came in hitting 189 with 4 home runs and 13 RBIs. He's got 6 homers now. 3 runs batted in, 16. And Mike, look at the location here.
Pitch is in the middle of the plate, but it's down. Home run that Vernon hit the first time up was a hanging breaking ball that was up in the plate.
Boy, 401 feet. 2-1 count. And Mike, I remember hearing you say early in the before the game even started, he better, and you say it all the time, but you better keep it down against these guys. Here is Howie Kendrick, 2 for 3 tonight.
And that pitch was down. It was just middle in. Well, that's the difference with some pitchers. Jason, his fastball's 88 miles an hour. His margin for error is not going to be what Felix and Pineda have. Just,
Well, there ain't a whole lot of people who have that margin of error.
That's right.
When you have those 2 guys.
That's right.
They look like the best 1-2 combination in baseball.
Bedard's really throwing the ball well, too.
2-1 to Kendrick. 2-2.
Remember they were talking about him throwing the curveball a little bit more, setting up his fastball. And, he started throwing it a little bit more and started seeing the velocity come back on his fastball, a little more movement, and watch him go deeper in the game.
Left center field, Goody coming on, and he's there. He makes the catch. 3 runs in the inning. Hunter with an RBI. 2-run homer by Vernon Wells. Ken Griffey Jr., pleasure as always, man. Good to see you.
Nice seeing you.
All right, man.
Nice round of golf today.
Ken Griffey Jr. joining us here.
It was for charity.
show. Like, hey, thanks for the memories.
Well, we have Marissa delivering the rally fries to Rachel, and I got the now what at the end of it. Well, here you go. This is what. Have some rally fries. Mark promised them, so now she gets them. There you go. No, Mariners certainly need to rally at this point, 5-3.
Vernon Wells, 2 home runs tonight. 401 feet on the last one. Catcher Rich Thompson. His first hitter, Franklin Gutierrez. It'll be Goody, Carp, and Figgins. 7, 8, 9 here in the 7th inning. Skied to short left field. Coming in to make the play is Wells. Dan Herron did his job tonight through 6.
He had to battle tonight. Again, 6 innings, 3 runs. All 3 of them earned. 7 strikeouts, no walks. About 112 pitches. Really had to work hard. Thompson's done a nice job out of the bullpen. ERA under 3, 27 2/3, 31 strikeouts for him.
Mike Carp hit into a double play and took a called 3rd strike. Carp getting a look. Second pitcher tonight for the Angels, Rich Thompson out of Hornsby, Australia. Rich bouncing around the Angels system. His first cup of coffee with the Ball Club in 07. It's been up and down each year since then. 2-0 last year in 13 games, a 1.37 ERA. Good looking breaking ball, gets Carp looking. For 2 outs.
77 miles an hour. Nice overhand curveball right in the middle of the plate.
Sean Figgins.
Scott Downs, formerly of the Blue Jays. He moves for the Angels.
He's a durable guy. Put up a lot of innings over the years. Strike 1 to Figgins, who doubled deep to right center last time and popped up to the catcher. Last hit by the Mariners was the Ichiro infield hit. 1 out, 1 on in the 5th inning. One and 2. $20,238 on hand here tonight. Mariners down 5-3. 2 home run night for Vernon Wells. He's driven in 3. 1-2. 2 to Figgins. Right back to the pitcher, Thompson. Wide inning for the Mariners. 2-3 they go. Second time in a row. And they trail 5-3.
Mariners baseball on Root Sports is brought to you by Snoqualmie Casino, Seattle's premier entertainment, gaming, and dining destination. By Geico, 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance. And by Sterling Savings Bank. Visit sterlingsavingsbank.com. Mariners and Angels going at it here at Safeco Field. But tonight it was Game 6 of the Stanley Cup Finals. It's Boston versus Vancouver. And before tonight's game, I asked Angels skipper Mike Scioscia what he thought was going to happen. He insisted that the Vancouver Canucks were going to win their first ever cup this evening. Alas, it was not to be. They fall 5-2. Game 7 Wednesday in Vancouver. And guys, it looks like Mike Scioscia, better skipper than he is predictor of hockey.
Well, you remember, too, Angie, during that conversation, Mike told us all he's a Flyers fan, and there's no way he can root for the Boston Bruins. So that's why he went that way, 5-3. New pitcher for the Mariners, David Pauley, has been sensational this year. Adam Kennedy takes care of it, 1 out.
Numbers for Vargas: 7 innings pitched for him, 5 runs, all of them earned. 2 walks, 6 strikeouts, 108 pitches, 77 of them for strikes. A couple of home runs really hurt him. As you take a look at the numbers for David Pauley, ERA under 1, 0.96. He has really done a nice job. Opponent's average just 171 off of him.
He ranks first among American League relievers. He had a stretch where he went 18 innings over 11 appearances, beg your pardon, without allowing a run, May 8 to June 4. Longest such streak since J.J. Putz did 22 innings in 07. What a one to Trumbull. Trumbo tonight. Strikeout, fly to center, and a strikeout. Pitch has been very good for Pauley all year. One, two from Pauley. 2-2. Pauley did some starting last year for the Mariners, but this year his role has been in the bullpen. And we showed you and told you it's been top shelf. Worked the full count. Peter Borges on deck. So the Angels, they go one home run in their previous 11 games tonight. Vernon Wells gets 2. Right to Figgins for the second out. What a rocket that was. Hard line drive for the second out. 2 down here in the 8th inning. This copyrighted telecast is presented by authority of the Seattle Mariners and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. And the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Seattle Mariners. 2 outs in the 8th. There's Borges. Strikeout, thrown out on a bunt attempt and took a called third strike.
What's up?
1-1. Good to see Ken Griffey Jr. pop
Yeah,
in.
that's good.
It's real good. The Shack Toe is the line of the night, though, for the rescue club.
It has to be.
If you're Shaq's representative, you want to go trademark that real quick. All at 2 strikes, 2 outs, nobody on. Breaking ball, get him. Backdoor breaking ball worked very effectively. Pauley throws a 1-2-3-8. Ichiro, Ryan, Smoke, bottom 8 coming up. Need runs. Angels by 2.
Today's Tracer Technology is brought to you by the Emerald Queen Casino, the entertainment capital of the Northwest.
5-3 Angels. A couple of home runs by Vernon Wells tonight. Seattle Mariners baseball here on Root Sports. It's brought to you by AT&T. Buy Jack in a Box right now at Jack in a Box. Get the new bourbon barbecue steak grilled sandwich at participating restaurants. And by Budweiser, official beer, the Thirst Inning. Great times are on deck. Grab some buds. Great night here in Seattle. Dave Sims, Mike Blowers, Root Sports crew. We had a pop-in visit by Ken Griffey Jr. Now the Mariners need some runs. We're in the home eighth. Down 2, 5-3. Top of the order. Ichiro, Ryan, and Smoke. Third pitcher tonight for the Angels, and the veteran Scott Downs will toe to slab. Veteran left-hander. Ichiro 5 for 13 against Scott.
Downs has done a nice job for the Angels. Formerly of the Blue Jays. A lot of the heavy lifting for the Jays. You look at his numbers. ERA 1.37, 19 2/3 innings pitched for him. Opponent's average 200. He has given up 1 home run this year.
35 years old. Ichiro pulls one down to the second baseman Kendrick. Throws him out. Ichiro tonight 2 hits, 2 for 4. Now Brendan Ryan. Put the Mariners ahead in the 5th inning. Sacrifice fly. Angels regain the lead in the 7th. RBI fielder's choice by Torrey Hunter and a 2-run homer by Vernon Wells. One for 2 sac fly here tonight for Ryan. Scott Downs out of Louisville, Kentucky, lives in Lexington, Kentucky now. 2-0. Scott began his pro career in 1997. Got to the big leagues in 2000 with the Cubs. Missed all of 01 with Montreal. There's a strike. Pitched in Montreal in 03 and 04, and then went to Toronto. Was there through last season.
Let's see Brendan Ryan find a way to get on base. Mariners home run leader on deck, Justin Smoke.
Bouncing ball, played off of Astures. High bar, no. Ryan's aboard on a hard hit ball down to third base, and E5 charged against Astures.
Angels a good fielding club. Astures normally sure-handed, but that one certainly eats him up. Top spin comes up and hits him off the thumb of his glove. Mariners catch a break, see if they can take advantage of it.
Astures opens the door for the Mariners. Angels on the season started tonight tied for the best offensive numbers with Tampa Bay and Boston. Justin Smoke looks at a strike. Fly deep to left field his first time up. Sent one to the track. Fly to left again in the 3rd and struck out in the 5th. One, 2. Smoke 1 for 2 against Scott Downs. Oh, and 2 to Smoke. Do it again.
Nobody getting loose in the Angels bullpen. Right-handed hitters on the Mariners bench. You have Jack Wilson, Jimenez, Hallman, and the switch hitter Rodriguez. Chris Ray.
Chris Ray's throwing it well. 0-2 to Smoke. Blisters one through Ibar. Developing situation here. First and second, one out.
The pinch runner, Jack Wilson's going to come out. Pinch run for Smoke. That is the tying run right now, so Justin's going to come out of the game.
Jack Wilson, he'll stay in the game, play second. Adam Kennedy, who's going to stand in a second, he'll move over to first. So Kennedy with an RBI back in the first inning. Tied to score at 1-1. Since then, he's fly to center, grounded out to second. Ball one. Kennedy 2 for 7 against Scott Downs. Van Herren went 6. Rich Thompson 1 inning, and now Scott Downs. 2-0. Kennedy's been a money guy oftentimes here in these first 66 games for the Mariners. And Mike Scioscia, well aware of the capabilities of Adam Kennedy. He's on the 0-2 Angels World Championship team. Favorable count, 2-0. Bounces one foul.
Last pitch right on the inside corner. Still nobody getting loose in the Angel pen. You have the right hitting Miguel Olivo on deck. Olivo with 10 home runs this year.
No Fernando Rodney out of the pen here for the Angels. He's on the disabled list.
And with a couple of base runners, Brandon Lee getting loose in the Mariners bullpen.
2-1 to Kennedy. Fly ball left field foul. 2-2. So you got Chris Ray and League. If the Mariners jump out in front and take the lead, see Mr. League. Now it'll be Mr. Ray. Two. Count to Adam Kennedy. 2 on, 1 out. Trumbo over to Ibar. They get the 1 out. So there's 2 down. Runners at the corners.
And trying to get the ball through the right side. That pitch actually jams him a little bit. Nice play by Trumbo. You see the ground ball taking him towards second. That's the easy play. Ibar thought about throwing behind the runner, Brendan Ryan, but Ryan wasn't far enough away from third.
Levo 1 for 1 against Scott Downs. Gill tonight 0 for 3 against Herren. Coming off a fine 2 for 4 performance. 2 home runs, 3 runs batted in yesterday. Strike.
It's Turris, the third baseman. He's a step away from the line. There's some holes on the infield. Kennedy at first, holding him on, but you can see how close his Turris is, trying to take the double away.
Downs is ready. The 0-1 to Olivo. Breaking ball beats him 0-2. Olivo. Quick toss over. Ryan, he's at third, and Kennedy is at first. Oh, 2 to Olivo. Ball again. Going back-to-back curveballs to Olivo. See what 0-2 brings again here. Breaking ball got him. And Olivo's gone. He strikes out with a couple of men on. When the Mariners threaten, they don't score. It's 5-3 Angels. Mariners here at Safeco Field, first and 3. We take a look at our steel cut above the rest. And Vernon Wells, he has had a night, struggling coming in mightily, but he gets well tonight. Vernon with a home run on a 1-1 pitch in the third. That was his second time up. Then in the seventh, a 2-1 pitch. Down and got it. 2-run shot, 3-run seventh for the Angels to take the lead, which they hold right now at 5-3. Couple of changes. Adam Kennedy moves from second base to first base, and Jack Wilson, who had come in as a pinch runner, he takes over at second.
And Chris Ray will take over on the mound. Chris is throwing the ball much better lately. You take his numbers that keep coming down.
We'll face Jeff Mathis. Nice here is Turris and Torrey Hunter. Good work by Chris Ray. 1 earned run his last 10 games. It's 13 innings. Taking that ERA from 16.88 to 5.40.
He's down the count 2-0, but a couple of pitches look like they were close enough to call.
Leadoff double in the 7th and came around and scored on the Torrey Hunter fielder's choice.
See all those pitches on the corners. We can get one down and away. And we'll finish the box up.
2-1. Popped it up. Kennedy or Olivo? Olivo taking charge. 1 out. 5-3 Angels. Miguel Olivo fine play. Franklin Gutierrez poster day. It's coming up next Sunday. Mariners take on the Phillies and all future stars 14 and under. You take home a final edition of the Pepsi poster series. It features the Mariners center field. For tickets, go to mariners.com/tickets or any Mariners team stores. This one's sent into left center field by the leadoff man, Maicias Turris. Maicias Turris, his first hit. He's 1 for 5. So Jordan Walton, he's up and throwing for the Angels.
He'll have his fastball in the upper 90s.
14 saves for the ball club. There's Torrey Hunter. For 3. RBI, 2 runs scored tonight for Torrey. Mariners home 9th. Guerrero, Gutierrez, and Carp. 6, 7, and 8. The batting order. Runner goes. Swing on it, foul. At home plate.
Turris had a really nice jump over at first base. I think he would have been able to steal it. The ball wasn't fouled off.
On a 1 to Hunter. 2-1. One ball game after 1. Mariners took a 2-1 lead in the 2nd. Angels tied it in the 3rd. Mariners went back on top 3-2 in the 5th. And then 3 runs in the 7th. 5-3 Angels lead. Hunter checking down with Dino Abel, the third base coach. Runner goes again. Swung on, fouled off. 2-2. Turris 6 out of 10 in base stealing this year. Here's your story tonight. Part of that 5. 3 RBIs by Vernon Wells. A couple of home runs. 2-2. Popped up. Kennedy will take it. 2 outs. So 2 outs. Hunter's retired. Brings up Bobby Abreu. 2 out, 1 on. Root Sports is looking for the biggest Mariner fans in the Northwest. Throughout the season, we're going to be going state to state to find the most passionate fans in our region. This month, we want to hear from devoted fans in Montana. So log on to rootsports.com. Show us what you've got. Show us why you are one of the Mariners' ultimate Northwest fans. 1-1 to Abreu. Bobby tonight, 1 for 3 with a walk. safely. Abreu 1 for 5 against Chris Ray. One. Mariners, as you know, coming off a 3-4 road trip, they're going to need to stage a heck of a rally to pick up a win here and pick up a half game on Idle, Texas. That's a balk. You get here at the second base umpire, Angel Hernandez, said that's a balk.
Didn't look like Chris came to a complete stop on the mound, and that'll get you every time. Oliva going out, probably discussing the signs with the runner at second base. They'll go through a series of signs now. Wants to make sure they're on the same page.
First balk by Chris Ray, second this season. Doug Fister has the other one. That was in Minnesota. Angels 2, 3, 4 hitters. 1 for 9 on Sunday. Today they're 3 for 11. Couple of homers, 4 ribbies, and 4 runs scored. Two and one. Angels have done a nice job bouncing back from a 9-0 loss yesterday. 9th time they'd been shut out, most in the American League. Ray trying to get Abreu. 2-1. 2-2.
A nice breaking ball from Chris.
Fast runner at second in is Torres. Veteran RBI producer Abreu 2-2. Work the full count.
Chris done a nice job keeping the ball down in this at bat. Trying to get Abreu to hit a ball on the ground, probably to Jack Wilson if he can.
Vernon Wells, just to not see him again tonight. He's got 2 home runs tonight. 3 runs batted in. 2 for 4. Payoff. Fouled away.
There you go. A lot of fastballs, a couple of breaking balls, 4th and 5th pitches. One of them he was able to get a swing and miss on.
(3-2) again to Abreu. Fly ball towards the line. Figueroa watches it go foul. Long look by Ray. Pitch to Abreu. Lined into center field. Goody can't get it. And he bobbles. The run was going to score anyway. It's Torres. 6-3. Angels. So another 2-out RBI for the Angels.
Bobby Abreu, as you mentioned, Dave, does a nice job of hitting all the time. Seems like against the Mariners he always gets his hits, and he will again tonight. That's his second base hit in the game. Franklin drops it in center field, but with 2 outs, no chance to get his Torres.
The RBI is distributed batters 2 through 5 for the Angels. Here's Vernon Wells. RBI for Hunter, 1 for Abreu, 3 for Wells, and 1 for Kendrick. Hunter goes. Throw by Olivo is in time. Got him. Caught stealing. 2-4. So Wells has an at-bat taken away by Abreu getting thrown out. Angels lead at 6-3. inning. Mariners down by 3. Let's take a look at our Geico quote. It's all the sound you needed. An exploding bat. Look at this. Went through a couple bats during that plate appearance. That is some scary stuff. Guerrero, Gutierrez, and Carp. Mariners have had 18 come from behind victories, the most in the American League, one better than Toronto. And they'll have to do it against the closer, Jordan Walden.
Numbers for Walden: 2.86 ERA, 28 in the third innings for him. 14 saves out of 17 opportunities, 31 strikeouts. Has not given up a home run this year. Opponents average 226, and he throws hard.
4th in the American League in saves. 14. Brandon League of the Mariners leads with 18. Walden against Peguero. Strike 1, Nick Carlos. Doubling a run scored in the second. Struck out his next 2 times up.
And that first pitch, 99 miles an hour, just getting loose.
0-2. Interesting little hesitation in that windup by Jordan Walden. 6'5", 235 out of Fort Worth, Texas. Born there, it still lives there. Been in.
You think a little bit like Rob Nen? Remember Nen?
Oh, absolutely. Good pitcher. Major League Baseball palindrome for a last name. N-E-N, either way you go. Two.
He's getting after it. Last pitch, 98 miles an hour.
If you look at his windup, Walden, at one point in his windup, he's airborne. Both feet are up off the ground. Michael Gutierrez is on deck.
Most pitching coaches wouldn't recommend it, but it works for him.
If you're near triple digits, have at it, big fella. Full count. Walden had 16 games last year with the big club. 0-1, a 2.35 ERA with a save. Got to the pros in 07. He's worked his way up through the system. Eric Wedge. Hoping his club can build its 19th come from behind victory. Count remains full.
.98 miles an hour the last 4 pitches. He's topped out at 99.
3-2. Strike 3 called. Guerrero Case 3 times tonight. 1 out. Here in the bottom of the 9th, Seattle Mariners baseball on Root Sports is brought to you by Widmer Brothers Brewing. Brewing without boundaries. And by Pizza Hut, the new ultimate stuffed crust pizza. Now get your favorite toppings and cheese baked right into the crust. Franklin Gutierrez, the hitter. 1 for 3, got an infield hit and an RBI back in the second inning. Rudy 0 for 3 against Walden. Bouncing ball, Ibar, he's there. 2 down. So 2 outs, and that'll bring up Mike Carp. So Vernon Wells, boy, he provided some power here tonight for the Angels, who had had just 1 home run in their previous 11 games. And this game, he hits 2, a solo shot in the third, a 2-run effort in the 7th. It's his biggest production night of the season. Carp has taken a called third strike his last 2 times up.
Walden with a 3-run lead. He's not messing around, just coming right at him with a good fastball.
Mariners had a 3-1 lead after 6. They were 24-1 tonight, leading after 6 innings. And Mariners down to their last strike, 1-2 from Jordan Walden. He is rushing it up there. 1-2 to Mike Carp. Got him. Game over. Angels win it 6-3. Their first victory here in Seattle. They're 2-1 here. And too much Angel power. All of a sudden, a team that's been shut out 9 times this season, they get a 2-home run night from Vernon Wells to win it 6-3. Vargas, good effort, but not good enough.
Well, and the Mariners offensively couldn't get anything going. Heron at times looked like he was struggling. They put a lot of pressure on him, threw a lot of pitches early, got him out of the game in good shape, but just could not add to the 3 runs that they had on the scoreboard. And you're right, too much. Vernon Wells coming in struggling with just 4 home runs on the year, hits 2 tonight.
Mariners postgame starts right now. Here's Brad Adam and Dave Valley.